Hi everyone, I'm True Soul, and this is a review of the Marvel Legends X-Men animated series Storm. So yeah guys, I am really excited that I finally have this Storm action figure that I pre-ordered, because now that I have Storm, I officially have all of the members that are from the X-Men animated series show, which was my ultimate goal all along when I first started collecting the X-Men. So we're gonna go ahead and open up Storm here so we can get the review started. Really digging the VHS style packaging. I'm probably gonna hold on to it for a little while. Still don't have a designated place to put it yet, because I still have the Jubilee one that I got whenever I got that action figure. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up and see how she looks. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Storm out of the packaging. I gotta say, this action figure looks a lot better than I was expecting it to look, because I was expecting it to look good, but you gotta remember that since this is based off the X-Men animated series, they kind of give them that kind of cartoon paint job on them, which I think looks really cool. Now, I don't have any other Storm action figure to compare this to. This is my first Storm action figure that I have. Now, it does kind of look like some Storm action figures that they have released in the past, just with a different paint job, and if that's the case, then I'm fine with that. One gripe that I do have off the bat, and it's not a really big one, is that this Storm still has the single jointed elbows, not the new double jointed elbows that they've started putting on female action figures. I do remember when they first started doing that, I did kind of wish that they would go back and re-release some of the older action figures with the double joints, but maybe they didn't want to break up the sculpt, and this Storm seems to do pretty well without the double joints, so I'm not gonna gripe about that too much. Really digging this hair sculpt too. Unfortunately, that's gonna hinder head articulation, but it does look pretty cool. And also the shoulder guards look like they're separate pieces. There's a little bit of articulation in those. This one seems a little bit more loose than the other one, but it seems to be staying on there well enough. Now, this, I'm not really sure what fabric you'd call this. In fact, I'm not even sure if you'd call this a cape or not. I was a little worried how this would end up looking. It seems to be put onto Storm, like there's a little rope right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's keeping it connected, at least at her wrists. And then there seems to be a part that it goes up into on the back up here. So if you wanted to, you could take that off. I always did think that that looked a little weird. Just me personally. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of just wish Storm just had a regular looking cape, but it works. And probably for aesthetic purposes, I'll probably go ahead and leave it on there. But let's go ahead and go over articulation, even though I'm pretty sure she has kind of the regular articulation that most of the other female action figures have. But just in case there's any surprises, let's go ahead and go through that real quick. Rogue, do not fall down. I like how, as I said that, she started falling down. Now, one thing I noticed is you can actually bend Storm's head down quite a good bit, so that obviously isn't going to be hindered by her massive hair sculpt. However, you can't really get it back at all, and she can only turn it but so much. Of course, she has the ball joint in the torso, as well as the hinge in the upper arm, of course single joint, and of course got some articulation in the wrist over here. And as usual, the lower part of the torso, that's all one piece. Hinge in the upper thigh, double jointed legs, and of course the ankle pivot. So not really nothing really new there, but I didn't really get the Storm for, you know, aesthetic, or I mean articulation reasons. I mostly got it for aesthetic reasons. And by the time I got around to getting like this version of Storm, the last time they released her, she was already, you know, on secondary retailers, and she was costed way more. So this is just another way for them to get Storm out there. And of course, if you have those other ones and you're satisfied with them, you of course don't have to get it. Like Foosh always says, you just walk on by. Now, one thing that's kind of annoying about this action figure, and it might just be mine, it might just be a defect or something, I cannot get her to stand up. I can barely get her to stand up. I tried to get her to stand up to where the creases on her legs would line up, but it's actually a little crooked. So if I try to line it up to where it'll look right, she'll fall over. So that's a little annoying. Gonna have to mess around with that a little bit. But for the most part, it works pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and get into accessories. Now, this Storm really only comes with one pair of accessories. And let me try to get them out for you real quick so you can see them. Ta-da! Her lightning hands. One thing right off the bat that I really like about these lightning hands is it doesn't look like the lightning plastic piece is like fusing into her hands, kind of like how whenever they came out with when Hasbro made that Star Wars Black Series Palpatine, the lightning hands kind of looked a little weird. Now if you look really close, you can see a little bit of the paint from the hands. It looks like they painted a little bit of the lightning, but to me it doesn't look as bad as when they tried to make that lightning effect for Palpatine. In fact, oddly enough, it seems like on camera it's not really that noticeable. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these on Storm so we can see how they look. And here we go, guys. We got Storm with her lightning effect hands, and I noticed the little tassel parts where the cape goes up, they do immediately come out once you pop it in, but pop the other hands off, but you can just fit the hand peg back in there and it's perfectly fine. Later I might play around with this and see about taking the cape off. It looks like what it is the shoulder guards. There's a little peg under here that they stick into, and the upper part of the cape also sticks in there. So if you pop those shoulder guards off, you can take off the cape completely. And they do kind of pop out a little bit if you raise her arms up too high, so that could be a little annoying, but for the most part it stays in place. I don't think doesn't seem to, you know, fall off completely if you raise her arms too high. And there you have it, guys. I got Storm here with the rest of the X-Men, and my mine definitive X-Men team is complete. So let's go ahead and move all these guys back to my X-Men shelf and see how they look. Alright guys, took a little rearranging, but I got my X-Men shelf with all my X-Men characters on there. Got a couple of people in the back, got Deathstrike and my other Wolverine back there. went and decided to put Storm up on a stand since it kind of made more sense for her to be kind of up in the air flying. I'm really liking how this looks, guys. I think at least for now, I'm kind of done collecting X-Men, at least at the moment. There's a couple of villains that I want to get, and I got a couple of surprises waiting for you down the line, especially with a certain X-Men character that I got that's actually not a Marvel Legend, but I got him to put on this shelf, and I'm really looking forward to getting him. Well, guys, before I start rambling, I'm going to go ahead and stop my video right here. Comment down below if you guys have the new Storm action figure. What do you guys think? Do you like her? Do you not like her? And also, be sure to follow me on my Instagram, as we'll stay updated when I have plans to upload a video, as well as see exclusive photos like of the X-Men here that you will not see in my videos. Alright guys, until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and go to my channel to check out other videos. Catch you later.